So, I do apologize for the delay in this video going online. Like I said in the previous video, I was going through some things last week and I'm just a bum all over and trying to get back into the swing of things. So, I did have a couple of requests as to what it is that I would recommend for the upcoming VIB Rouge and Beauty Insider sale that Sephora has. Twice a year, Sephora has a dedicated sale where they offer you between 10 to 20% off, depending upon what your tier is within their reward system. Regular Beauty Insiders would get 10%, VIB would get 15, Rouge would get 20 or so. At the beginning of the year, I know that when I renewed my Rouge status for 2017 and 2018, I was kind of harping on them because it seemed like for as much as it is that we spend to be the top tier status, and the little renewal gift that they gave was just like a brush that I wound up giving away, you know, to me that felt kind of like, gee, thanks. But I have to say that Sephora has redeemed themselves. Because there's been multiple opportunities for special sales. There was also the friends and family event that I was invited to, and I thought that that was awesome because that was already a 20% off sale. Then there's this being a VIB Rouge, I get 20% off. And then I think earlier in the spring, I'd have to go back and look and reference. I can't remember if it was 15 or a full 20 off or not. It might have been 15 because I think I was mad back then. Anyway, so later as the year has progressed, Sephora has redeemed themselves with the perks and benefits offered to the Rouge members, at least in my opinion. Now, it depends upon what that Rouge renewal gift will be, if we're going to go ahead and stay with this opinion, but be that as it may. Now, this particular sale, because there's one every April and there's one every November, every 6 months like clockwork. Actually, it's 7 months. I know that I went a little crazy with the spring sale, and then this time I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I missed the initial launch because Rouge members had first access from November 3rd to the 6th. I didn't get this video filmed in time, unfortunately, for you guys. So I do apologize for that. I did stop in, but the primary reason why I stopped in, because I watched a few other recommendation videos and they were 20, 30, 40 minutes long, which is still good, wonderful information. The YouTubers, they broke down by product and then by theme. If you want face, if you want foundation, if you want eyes, if you want lip products, contour products, all that. So they're good, in-depth, and thorough, and I do recommend. I'll link I watched Stephanie Nicole's, and then I watched Tiff Jenkins. I watched both of theirs. And then there were a couple others that I've seen float down my timeline. I'm not trying to tie y'all up for that long, okay? I'm sorry. If you're looking for a recommendation on what contour you should get, or what eyeshadow you should get, or what lipstick that you should be dipping into, I'm not trying to tell you that. There are plenty of other recommendations out there. I'm just going to give you some good tips, tricks, and suggestions to keep in mind. So again, the main reason why I stopped into Sephora was to see what it was that people were buying, because we do have these recommendation videos, of course, and I could sit here and give you what it is that I think you could buy, what it is that I would recommend for you. But again, I don't have a skin condition. I don't know if you've got any kind of allergies. I don't know what your color preferences are. So you can take what it is that I say with a grain of salt. So I decided to go direct to the cast members at my local Sephora. What's up, Independence Center? How y'all doing? And see what it was that people were buying. One of the things that the ladies stated is that people were buying perfume and fragrance, which, considering the discount, this is the perfect time to go ahead and buy some of those higher end perfume brands. I get that completely wholeheartedly. So I do agree with that. If I were to recommend that you purchase something, go ahead, splurge on some fragrance. I bought this at the last VIB Rouge sale. This Kat Von D. This is Center, because I'm is. And I think full price of this is maybe 80. So $80 on a bottle of perfume, but I still have plenty in here. I've barely touched it. So, and I've barely made a dent in the damage. I've touched it. I have, but whatever. Another thing that the ladies stated people were buying were the kits, and that's something that Sephora is good for. They have a collection of miniature versions of different items that you can go ahead and invest in. So they'll have a lip item, though they'll have a highlight collection, and they're like not necessarily trial size, but like maybe right beyond deluxe sample size, but not enough to be considered a full size of an item. So those collections of lip products or hair products or highlight products or eye products, those collection items, those kits that are average maybe $25, $30, $40 or so, that's good. That's what they were recommending. And I can say, you know, you are going to get a good value with the discount as well. Another thing that the ladies stated people were purchasing were gifts for themselves. And I could admit that around this time last year for the 2016 VIB Rouge sale, I did get a gift. I picked up a palette as a Christmas present for somebody. I think maybe 2 or 3 palettes. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you're doing your math, and that because ultimately 20% off of something may be a big deal, and 20% off of something may not be worth your time. It could just amount to be what part of whatever the sales tax is going to be added right back on. What I picked up this time, I picked up let's see, they gave me the cute tote bag, even though I didn't bring a friend. And then I picked up a pair of lashes. This is the holiday gem set. This is a case that actually holds multiple lashes. And then it also has a pair of lashes in there from House of Lashes. So I picked that up. And then after swatching with it and playing with it, finally, I did pick up the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Prism palette. But that's all I got. And that's all I intend to get. One reason why I can't really recommend too much this time around is because when you think about it, even though this sale is usually around the same time every year, it's not very well timed. Because we're going into the holiday season. And so I'm low-key, I'm not really participating in the Rouge sale this time because of the fact that I'm waiting for Black Friday and I'm waiting for Cyber Monday. Those sales, you're going to get a whole lot more, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a whole lot more than just 20% off, depending upon who the actual or depending upon what brand it is. I think what Anastasia had shadows singles for $3 each. Last year, the Balm had 50% off of everything on their website. Am I not centered? I'm not centered. Why didn't you guys tell me I wasn't centered? We found our center. I think, what was it? Gerard Cosmetics had 50% off of their site. What else did I get for Black Friday? I know Too Faced, they had a couple special launches and limited edition items. So that's what I'm holding out for. The viewer sale this time, just because we've got Comic-Con coming up. And then after Comic-Con, I've got the Kids Karate Tournament. Then after the Kids Karate Tournament, I've got Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then Christmas shopping. In addition to that, I also have my dad's birthday. So I'm trying to be a little low-key with my finances this time around. So if I were to recommend that you purchase anything based off of what the other ladies have seen others purchase, kits, collection type items, fragrance, gifts for others, because you know 'tis the season. And then one last thing, I'm gonna recommend this anyways. It don't matter. I don't care who you are. Get you some skincare. please get you some skincare. Get you some Dr. Jart or some Tatcha or some Belief, maybe Origins and Ulla Henriksen. Those are stellar items. That's one thing I would recommend, that you go ahead and get that good skincare from Sephora with this discount. And then the actual cosmetics items can come at a later date and time. Or now, of course, if there's something that was for a hot fall or winter release or holiday release or something like that, like Fenty Beauty, if you're waiting on that and if you're waiting to get your coins right and something like that, go for it. By all means. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I just think that there should be a stronger emphasis on skincare first and foremost, because you cannot have pretty makeup with ugly skin, in my opinion. So that's one thing I would recommend, by all means, is, you know, go ahead and get some good skincare. What was that moisturizer that I had? I can't remember. It's a moisturizer that I had that was amazing. I don't know. It might have been one of the what is it? It is something. No, that's Origins. I have a whole Clinique set to try, apparently. That's great. Oh! Boscia! Thank you! Boscia, Tatcha, Ulla Henriksen. I thought it was Ulla Henriksen, but Cheesy corrected me. It's Ulla Henriksen. What else? And then maybe some setting sprays. If you're that kind of person, I don't know, but like the full size items that you normally wouldn't get, like, you know, I normally never buy the full size Makeup Forever Fix Spray. I normally just get these because these are cheaper. Now, if I actually, this is still with the plastic on, now would be the time where I would go ahead and get a full size one because it has that discount on there. Or maybe some things that you need to re-up on. I don't know. I'm out of my Benefit brow pencil ran out recently, so but I also have a backup. Hey, look at that highlight. But I do have a backup, so I'm okay on a lot of stuff. That's probably why, another reason why I'm not spending. But again, skincare, gifts, fragrance. If you're going to do anything for yourself, skincare. And then what it is that the others are reporting has been purchased are gifts, those collection sets, or those holidays kits, fragrance, and then gifts for other people. So it's up to you what it is that you invest on this time around. The sale is starting November the 10th through November the 15th for all tiers. So Rouge gets 20% off. VIB gets 20% off too. Well, look at that. And then regular Beauty Insiders, they get 15% off. So cool. That's awesome. Now one thing though, because ColourPop just dropped, ColourPop is not included in this. It's already cheap enough as it is. So you cannot go ahead and use this discount on ColourPop items. But everything else though. Ooh, I might get that Pat McGrath. I just thought about that. You can get Pat McGrath from Sephora. Because I did get my Pat McGrath with the discount at the last sale. That is, I think, the one thing that I did buy. And that 20% off did make a little bit of a difference. So, well, tips and tricks. You want to go to your ask your local Sephora when's their busy time. And then don't go during that time. My Sephora, for some reason, is not busy during the lunch hour. Don't know how, don't know why, but it's not. And then sometimes, now as we're going into the holiday season, traffic is definitely going to pick up because everybody wants to do their Christmas shopping. But my Sephora also wasn't too busy at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. And then also make a list of whatever it is that you want to purchase as well. Make that list ahead of time so that way when you get into the store, you don't get that whole my eyes are bigger than my stomach thing. Like, you know, when you go to the store when you're hungry and you're like, oh, I want this, 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 and this, and then you overspend. No, make a list of everything that you want to go ahead and get first. Make a list of everything it is that you want to go ahead and get first. So that way you can go ahead, stick to your list, and not necessarily overspend. And then a trick that I don't know necessarily if a lot of people are aware, but the credenzas and the gondolas that the items are all displayed on, at the very bottom of those, there's the drawers with the overstock. And so if you look on the shelf and you don't see your favorite item, go ahead and slide that drawer down below. Slide that drawer down below to see it, pop it open, see if what it is that you're looking for is in there. That is the same at Bath and Body Works, especially during the semi-annual sale. And at Victoria's Secret, they don't actually, depending upon the location, some of them do have them in drawers, and some of them keep them in actual big cardboard boxes underneath the table, so you just lift the table skirt and look. Same concept. So keep that in mind, because those two sales are coming up here in December too. Nobody wants me to save money. And that's what this is all about, apparently. Anyhow, so that's all I got for you. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comment section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or flagrant use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in the corner for you to click and get you laughing at the entire bug of my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you're beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. You guys take care. This is probably all I'm going to be able to put out this week because I am hand making costumes and for Comic-Con coming up. At least one set. My other is Indiana Jones. And that I assembled. That was going to be my Halloween costume, but then my team went and changed up to the Wizard of Oz last second. So we're gonna but me and the kid are actually gonna go and try to do a cosplay contest this time. So we're getting some hand making out and some glue and whatnot. You guys will see in the Snapchat video blog, which should be live before this one goes online. So that's what I'm going to be focused on this week. So if I am scarce online, I do apologize. Those who have my number, text me. Those who follow me on Snapchat and all of the social media, hit me up because I need the motivation, okay? I'm tired. But I will see you as soon as I possibly can. You guys take care.